Are you looking for the best solution to cut 1-inch Schedule 40 black steel pipe? Do you need to break the bank for a specialty tool, or can you simply buy a different blade for a tool you already own? The challenge here is simple. We'll grab a 1-inch black steel pipe, lock it in a vise, and use several tools to rate the accuracy, ease of use, and how clean the cut is. So I got tools that are commonly used for this application, and some, well, they can get the job done, but less likely to be used as a go-to option. We are less focused on the specific brand of tool and more focused on the type of tools here. I can already see the comments on this video, but just trust the process here. Before I get into the cuts, why am I even doing this? Ohio Power Tool is a warranty repair center, and we're on the front lines every single day. We have a counter in our showroom right here in Ohio and a national presence through ohiopowertool.com. Our mission since 1983 is to help pros find the right tool for the job. Our customers ask constantly, how does the tool really perform? Is it worth upgrading? Can I do this with a tool I already have? Honestly, we're just as curious as you are, and we want to provide the best, most honest answer possible. So we figured, why not just test them? No brand loyalty, marketing fluff, just real data and real results so we can give more accurate advice to our customers. Look, whether you're doing endless cuts as a pipe fitter, a contractor with various jobs, or a homeowner that's using YouTube for a project, there is one thing we all have in common. How can I make this job easier? The good news, we live in the future. Great Scott! And there are so many options to choose from. For each tool, we will perform the exact same task 5 times. We'll average the results to ensure we have a consistent, reliable data set. I'll time every single run from the moment the tool starts the cut to the moment it finishes. That will give us our speed score. Then we will score the quality of cut, which will look closely for any burrs or chipping, and accuracy for how straight and true the cut is to our guideline. Finally, the most objective score of this will be the performance and usability. I will be rating this based on my experience using the tool. And like I mentioned before, we've included some undersized tools and less than ideal options. Maybe we might be pleasantly surprised. Just know if something performs poorly in this test, we are not saying it's a bad tool, just that it's not a good option for this application. The Milwaukee M12 Fuel Oscillating Multi-Tool 2526-20. These are extremely handy tools and very versatile in so many applications. If paired with the right carbide accessory, could this be a good option for making 1 or 2 cuts in black pipe? No. This poor thing had no idea what was coming. 2 full minutes, and I think we both aged during it. Lots of vibrations, not very accurate, and constantly getting overloaded. I was getting super annoyed that I had to flip it on and off just to get the cut done. Honestly, it bummed me out because I love this tool, but we should probably keep it to drywall trim and thin metal and far away from black pipe. Speed, 2 minutes. Quality of cut, 3 out of 10. Accuracy, 4 out of 10. Weight, 2 pounds. Performance, 2 out of 10. The DeWalt 20 volt max XR cutoff tool DCS438B. These smaller baby grinder tools, also called pizza cutters, have been a surprising hit for sheet metal work and have become the standard in many other applications. The compact size makes them super easy to keep on hand, and even if the performance was a little lacking, you might be willing to look past it. Unfortunately, this little guy really struggled. Nearly 3 minutes to make a single cut because I had to really babysit the pressure. Also had to turn the pipe because the depth can't do a full 1 inch in a single pass. The cut was rough, accuracy was okay, but overall just painful. Speed, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. Quality of cut, 2 out of 10. Accuracy, 7 out of 10. Weight, 4 pounds. Performance, 2 out of 10. Milwaukee 12-inch high-tension hacksaw 48220050. What fun would the test be if we didn't have a manual option? I did not do 5 test cuts with this. In fact, I didn't even do 1. Jay did this one because he was determined to get through that pipe with it. We had all the results we needed after 1 cut. It took several minutes with a few quick breaks. This saw gave a clean and accurate cut with little burrs, and the price is right around 25 bucks. But if you decide to go this route, Godspeed, my friends. Speed. A really long time. Quality of cut, 9 out of 10. Accuracy, 9 out of 10. Weight, 1.5 pounds. Performance, 1 out of 10. DeWalt Atomic 4.5 inch angle grinder, DCG402B. Angle grinders, no question, can cut metal. We picked a newer, smaller option to see if the lightweight might give it a little more control, which it did for sure. But it took roughly 1 minute to cut and would be faster with a larger, heavier 6-inch monster, but then that would sacrifice the accuracy. Regardless, going to make a lot of sparks, leave some burrs and sharp edges from the grinder cuts. Speed, 1 minute. Quality of cut, 8 out of 10. Accuracy, 5 out of 10. Weight, 5 pounds. Performance, 5 out of 10. DeWalt 20 volt max reciprocating saw DCS380B. Next up, the DeWalt Reciprocating Saw or Sawzall for the red team, the third most common tool in the professional cordless combo kit. Nearly everyone watching this video owns one of these. Selecting the right metal and carbide blade here is very important. There are a ton of recip options of all sizes and variations, so we picked the middle of the road option to test it out. You could totally overkill this with a more powerful model, but you're still generally looking at the same outcome. Results for speed is 13 seconds, which isn't bad, but the accuracy is rough. Not to mention that overall, it's just loud and aggressive. However, if you were demoing black pipe out of a building, this type of saw would be the clear winner. Speed, 13 seconds. Quality of cut, 7 out of 10. Accuracy, 3 out of 10. Weight, 6 pounds. Performance, 7 out of 10. Milwaukee M18 Fuel Metal Cutting Circular Saw, 2982-20. Alright, now we're talking. This metal cutting circular saw is designed for cutting thick metal. With an 8-inch blade, this thing looks mean. 4 seconds is stupid fast. I mean, this saw is most definitely overkill, and you could totally sacrifice just a few seconds using a smaller 5 3/8 inch circ saw, but this is also a great option for larger metal pipe cutting. Speed, 4 seconds. Quality of cut, 10 out of 10. Accuracy, 9 out of 10. Weight, 14 pounds. Performance, 9 out of 10. Milwaukee M18 Fuel 5-inch bandsaw, 2729-20. The Milwaukee Portaband. This is one of those tools that made Milwaukee famous in the first place. For cutting pipe in the field, this has been the standard for a good reason. Only a 6-second average to make a cut that was clean, quiet, and pretty darn accurate. Your only downfall is the size and weight, which could affect the accuracy of some cuts. But there are more compact bandsaw options where you could go lighter and only give up a little of the performance. Speed, 6 seconds. Quality of cut, 10 out of 10. Accuracy, 9 out of 10. Weight, 14 pounds. Performance, 10 out of 10. Milwaukee M18 Fuel Pipe Cutter, 3469-20. Look, I mean, it's a pipe cutter. Its sole purpose is to do this job, so damn well better be the best. But we wanted to know, is it really better and live up to the hype? If so, how much better? Well, I'm here to tell you, yes. It's amazing. Only 5 seconds with smooth cuts, and I really like how it aligns itself always to cut 90 degrees. You would actually have to try hard to screw up the cut on this. No burrs, almost no sparks, it's portable and easy to use. Downside, it's really a one-trick pony. 1/2 inch to 1 inch pipe cutting. That's it. Nothing else. Speed, 5 seconds. Quality of cut, 10 out of 10. Accuracy, 10 out of 10. Weight, 7 pounds. Performance, 10 out of 10. So, to sum this all up, the obvious clear winner here is the pipe cutter because it's, well, made for that. But there is a great question you need to answer first. How many cuts are you making? Are you needing a solution to cut up to 1 inch pipe all day long, every day? You may need a solution for pipe, strut, rebar, or other fabrication work. In those cases, the pipe cutter is a costly solution for only a fraction of your day. If variety is more your line of work, that bandsaw is freaking sweet and can be used for multiple applications. Sure, you have to use your eyeballs more to get an accurate cut, but even still, that's not difficult. However, if you're in a tight space cutting these pipes for demo work, just grab the recip saw. With the right blade, you'll have no problem ripping them out of there. So I really hope this answered some of your questions that you may have, and if it didn't, ask in the comments. We have helpful links in the description. Be sure to check those out. We're always here to help you find the right tool for the job. Just do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons so I can keep doing this stuff. Thanks for watching. Now get back to work.